Welcome back to the channel. So today I've got a car that has been on the channel quite some time. It is the 2022 M8 Competition Coupe, this time in black sapphire. So this was a customer order and it took quite a bit of time to get done. So we had to secure an allocation by trading for one back, I think, in July or so. Car finally went into production a few months later, and then ran through production fairly quickly, but fell victim to the stop sale for the Ram, and that took 2 months. In the meantime, the customer backed out of the deal, so we've got this black on black M8 Competition, which body style wise, I think this is probably the most beautiful or gorgeous, whatever you want to call it, good looking designs that BMW currently makes. Let's go over some of those details. So the M8 Competition, which basically disappeared for the 21 model year. The only one that was in production was the Grand Coupe, so the Coupe and Convertible disappeared for one model year in the US market. Then came 2022, back in, I believe, in March. Started production with a big price drop. So I believe this one originally started, if it were a 21 or a 20, would have been about $143,000 or so starting price. But now it's dropped to $130,000. We got some exciting options on this car. So standard, we got the Icon LED laser lights, which I just love. We've got the Shadowline exterior trim. We've got the Style 813M wheels, and you notice the gold calipers, which in BMW's world means carbon ceramic brakes. So 6-piston up front, again single piston floating caliper in the rear. So maybe not ideal in terms of looks. We've also got Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, so better than the Pirelli P0s. So I think it's 275 cross section up front, 285 the rear, which I believe is the same as the M3 and M4 Competition. But look at the side profile. I really like it. Of course, that sloping roof line, even though this is a quote-unquote 4-seater, it's really a 2+2, and that 2 in the back, you're not fitting anyone in there without Jeremy Clarkson sawing some legs off of passengers to fit them in the back. Those good tail lights. Now, new for 2023 model year, which begins production, I believe, in March, is the refresh, or LCI, Life Cycle Impulse. And if you put this car and the new one side by side, you probably couldn't tell the difference. Basically like Creed, trying to determine the 7 total differences between the two pictures. They're basically exactly the same, at least in my eyes. I think you'd be hard pressed to find any subtle differences between the two models. Out back, hopefully you guys can hear the rumble. We've got the M Performance exhaust with the carbon fiber tips, so it definitely makes it rattle a bit more. There's still some cracks and burbles, especially on liftoff. Maybe not as exaggerated as they used to be. Here it is in the shade, or out of the direct sunlight. But very good coupe design. And let's take a look at the inside and go over pricing and options for you guys. Our M mirror caps. Alright, so we got the black full merino leather. Very comfortable, very soft touch, contrasting stitching as well. See up here, sort of a gray or a white quilting on the seats. So last year you were able to option the carbon buckets, which we had on one of the cars. I believe it was the Santorini Blue M8 Competition Coupe. But this customer did not want to go with the carbon buckets, so hopefully we'll have a few more 23s to play around with, individual colors and options. With carbon core. So chassis wise, this is the F92. And bonus for being produced early on, Bowers & Wilkins is still on the system. So, you believe it, we still have a couple cars coming with Bowers & Wilkins. One of which is the M8 Competition convertible, which has been stuck in Dingolfing, I think since the second week of November, waiting on stuff. I'm not told what they are, what it's waiting for, but still being built. All right, price-wise, starting price $130,000. Paint and leather are included options. Driving assistance package, $100 to get you the parking assistance plus, which is shown over here, 360 views, etc. Competition package is included. Otherwise, I can't remember what the price was. It might have been another $10,000 or $11,000, whatever it was. So we even have the deletion for the wireless charging. That's how old this vehicle is. This wireless charging is back in most of the vehicles. The carbon ceramic brakes that are $8,100 roughly. We've got the Bowers & Wilkins sound system, $3,400. We even got the M drivers package for $2,500, so that raises the top speed limiter, which I believe is probably in the 180s or so. And our M performance exhaust under $8,100. Got a good old gas guzzler tax as well. So total MSRP for this particular example, just under $156,000. But a lot of car for your money here. So again, powered by the S63 twin turbo V8, 617 horsepower, 553 torques. And we got our M mode here, so sorry about the glare there. That is in sport mode. Got our heads-up display as well. Carbon fiber interior trim with our M8 Competition badge logo thingy. Gear selector wrapped in leather with embossed M logo. And Bowers & Wilkins sound system. That's about it. I mean, look, this cockpit of this M8 is really, really tight. Driving assistance professional package as well. M1, M2 buttons. It makes you sort of claustrophobic in this car, even though this is maybe 2 inches or so, maybe 3 inches longer than the 4 Series Coupe. You don't get that room in the back. I'll show you what I mean. All right, so in the back seat, basically, you got no room in here. I mean, this is basically ridiculous. All right, so we do have the M Performance exhaust. The car has been warmed up for a bit. It is in Sport Plus engine mode. So let's do a couple revs here. So you can definitely hear those burbles. It's an aggressive exhaust. But back outside, we'll take one more walk around the gorgeous M8 Competition Coupe. And normally if I had this as a regular allocation, not a custom order, I would have gone with an individual color. We've done Santorini Blue and Grigio Tolosto. I don't know what color I would go for next. If you've got an idea, we get our hands on the 23 M8 Coupe. What would you guys like to see? I think I'll definitely go for bucket seats as well. If you guys like the motored up look, this is probably the car for you. But of course the wheels aren't black. But that's about it for a quick tour around the 2022 M8 Competition Coupe. Looking for its forever home, and we'll see you at the next video.